Hello, brothers and sisters, and Merry Christmas. I hope that you're enjoying a white Christmas and your children are able to enjoy it. I want to share with you this amazing message I got from the channel named The Door. He talks about how when Adam ate the fruit, he bowed down to Satan and bowed down to sin, and he capitulated the kingdoms of earth to Satan. And when Jesus came, he was the last Adam. He was the Son of God, and he took back the keys from Satan. Jesus Christ was the last in the lineage of Adam to be slaves to sin. Now, in The Door, he talks about how God persuades people to follow him. He doesn't control people like a puppet on strings. So, when you follow him, we are reigning in the kingdom of God on earth. He talks about how God persuades people remotely. And in my previous rapture dream, Jesus pulled me out of my body, and there was a huge television screen of America in the sky with red dots popping up all over the place. That may represent bombs, or it may represent the spreading of faith. And in that dream, after he pulled out my body, he said, "All right, let your pets go," which may signify sin. And I told him, I'm outside of my body. How am I supposed to control my body if I'm outside of it? And he said, it's like a remote control. And then later on, when I went to a laundromat, there was a kid who said, it's like a remote control. So, when you live in the Spirit with Jesus, you can control your body like a remote control spiritually and not sin. All right, here is a snippet of that video where he explains the kingdom of Satan and how to conquer it. I'll leave the link in the description for the full video.
Satan is the god of this world. Before Christ came, we were kept under principalities. He says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Satan can only rule over darkness. And when Adam plunged into darkness, he capitulated and Satan became ruler. When you walk in darkness, you are by default giving your life to Satan. When you live in sin, you are by default coming under his power. You remember what it says in Romans? To whomsoever you yield yourselves servants to obey, his servant you are, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. If you yield to sin, you're the servant of sin. If you yield to righteousness, you're the servant of God. Now, we've established the point that God gave the human race to Adam. Adam is placed as the king over the king of heaven. Adam has free choice, and God is willing to honor Adam's choice. And the only thing God is going to use is persuasion. Remote, objective persuasion. God is not going to come down and use force. Now, he'll use force in the end to damn, but God will not use force to stop the free choice of man in his obedience to Satan. Man is in authority. Now, God would like to set up the kingdom on earth. He would like to establish the kingdom of God here in the kingdom of heaven. He would like for the kingdom of God to expand so that the kingdom of heaven can once again come under God's rule. But it takes three things to have a kingdom. Number one, it takes a king. Well, we've got the king, but the only thing, the world's got the wrong one. Number two, it takes subjects. That is, people in submission to the king and his government. Well, we've got subjects, but they're in submission to the wrong king. And the third thing it takes is some terra firma, some property, a kingdom, some land, a place where the subjects live in subjection to the king and his rule. Well, we've got the property. Only thing, it's in the wrong hands.
All right. Have a great one. Amen. God bless and take care.